At MystiCon 2018, I ran across my old friend Dave Lee, who's been on Talk of the Tavern a couple of times, and I cornered him for an interview. Talk of the Tavern. Here you're always welcome. Okay, I'm here with Dave Lee of Hadden Cross Steampunk, HCS or HCsteam.com. So he writes, he builds things, he does music. I have music on the show. What else do you do? What else am I listening? Keep it short. We got questions.
Everything that tickles my fancy.
That's right. He's a fancy tickler. I just saw.
And then, of course, that song that you're hearing in the background is just put some gears on it and call it steampunk by Mr. Reginald Pike Estevan Esquire. I'm messing up his name.
He has a couple extra names. The rich people can afford extra names. This is Dave Lee. Not rich.
Not rich.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so we'll start with the questions. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, what fires you up?
What fires me up? Things that inspire me. So when I see somebody doing something that is like their passion, writing a book or building a prop or whatever, and I see them really getting into it, that inspires me and that gets me fired up.
That's a good, reasonable answer. So who have you fanboyed over?
Arthur Milliken Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Art is out there in Georgia, former Disney Imagineer, built Neverland Ranch for Michael Jackson. I mean, his resume is pretty freaking epic. And I've had plenty of opportunities to hang out with him and his wife Wendy, and they're just amazing. Also, Joey Marsacci, aka Dr. Grimm, also a former Disney Imagineer, incredible sculptor. The guy can make priceless works of art from hot glue. It's amazing what, or his tree costumes that is all foam.
Oh, they are nice.
He's what inspired me to get messing around with EVA foam and make a costume. So
very good. Okay, so if you were a Smurf, what Smurf would you be?
I'd like to think I would be Brainiac Smurf, but I know that would be. You
can even make up your own Smurf.
I would be. Well, then I'm going to be Geary Smurf.
Geary Smurf.
Oh,
there we go. Hold on a second. We're going to have to shuffle over out of the side here. Okay, now on with the interview. So let's see. Let's frame you up right. Beer or wine?
Beer.
Sorry, am I too short? Let's see. What's your favorite junk food?
Favorite junk food? Hold on. I'll just close the door.
Okay.
So these people stop coming in. Damn it.
Momentary break here. Okay, do you want to go on around over there?
I can.
You might as well.
I can.
Okay, frame us up again.
What was the question again?
Where were we?
You gonna cut this out or?
I don't know. It depends how it plays. If we play entertainingly, then see now we have an audience. You'll play better.
All right.
Actually, he does play better with an audience.
He does.
Are we allowed to
the
laugh?
audience.
And...
Yes,
okay,
yes.
just making sure.
So your favorite junk food?
I don't know. My wife keeps me away from junk food, but when she fails, it would be probably Burger King Whopper.
Oh, okay. Good. Hard to keep those in the cabinet.
Yes.
You prefer to eat in or go out?
Eat in. Oh, absolutely. My wife's cooking is legendary.
It is. Do you cook?
I have cooked. I do cook occasionally, and sometimes it's really impressive, and sometimes it's throw it in the trash and let's go somewhere out. Out somewhere.
Describe your perfect relaxing day.
Ooh. My perfect relaxing day includes me having a few hours in the garage or workshop building something and then having that aha moment where it works and then realizing that, okay, now I need to stop and come in so that moment is shortly before my wife gets mad that I'm too much time in the workshop. And so they come in and I spend time with her and we watch a cool show or talk and then we would all get in the car and road trip somewhere and then brainstorm book ideas or steampunk projects. That's my perfect
That is a good day. Okay.
Maybe not for them, but for me it's...
So if you had a choice of riding a unicorn or a griffin, which would you choose?
A phoenix.
That's hot.
That is hot. I just thought of, up in flames and... No,
We can go with Phoenix. We're good.
Yeah, Phoenix.
Yeah, we don't have to... Name your top 3 movies.
Oh. Well, for a slew of reasons, like my relationship movie is When Harry Met Sally. That's like my wife and I's movie. I know, and we watch that. There's another movie that is like a Christmas tradition of, I don't know why, but it is the movie Love Actually.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
That's one of
and
my
it's
favorite Christmas
horribly
movies.
inappropriate when you watch it with your kid, and then there's like you see The Hobbit in a porn scene. Or Rick Grimes, with a British accent, which is, I know, his regular accent, but and then I would have to throw one out for me. It's probably a toss-up between Arn, the Knight Templar, for my medieval addiction, and then A Knight's Tale, which is like completely off from anything authentic, but it's still a damn entertaining movie.
It ties that into...
It has David Bowie in it. Which
As the
means
Goblin
that I would
King.
have to have a fourth one, which would be The Labyrinth.
Okay,
You know?
there we go. See, that's a nice one. So Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars. Forget all that Trekkie stuff.
And what's your favorite character from Star Wars?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Why?
Yes. Because he's the coolest bad guy ever. I mean, granted, he's not a nice guy, but he's just a really cool
definition
bad guy.
of bad guy is not nice.
True.
You're okay.
There's definitely no gray area there with him. It's all just dark, evil bastard. But I blame Obi-Wan. It's all Obi-Wan's fault.
Damn that Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Now,
Freaking Kenobi.
part of me here, while I grab some reins, why steampunk? Don't go on too long about it.
Oh.
We'll be here a while if we do.
You know what? To make it a short answer,
yeah.
it is the best representation of, if I were to subscribe to a religion, it would be my religion. Because the philosophy behind steampunk, and this is my steampunk, maybe not yours or anybody else's, but my steampunk definition is all about empowering, collaborating, learning, DIY, doing stuff. All of those positive things is what draws me to steampunk.
And it definitely lends itself to that so easily.
Yeah, and then that philosophy is the core of most religions, but steampunk is the best one. Yeah, so it's my religion.
And it hands-on. He gets to build stuff. Okay, what animal makes you go, aww?
I'm not an animal person. Okay.
When you're on Facebook...
Ludo.
Ludo.
That's my daughter and Jessica and her boyfriend Jordan. That's their dog. Is a miniature Australian Shepherd. He's named after Ludo from The Labyrinth, but yeah, he's
so
a
kidding
pain.
pictures online don't do it?
No.
Or otters or...
No.
Okay.
Most of the times when I see cute animals, I wonder what they taste like. So I'm a terrible person.
I want to cuddle his veal. So, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
I wanted to be Christopher Reeve in Superman because that was, the young, early teens when he was making the Superman films, and I thought he was the coolest thing ever. I wanted to be Christopher Reeve Superman. Or I wanted to, what was it? And this is going to sound terribly wrong, but especially since you're standing
Looking
here,
forward to it now.
I was a big fan of The Cosby Show, and I always thought being, the doctor that delivered babies would be an awesome
that
job.
makes sense.
And so when I actually was in high school, I was trying to figure out how I could pay for school to go and deliver babies or be a pediatrician. And then somehow along the way in the Army, I discovered beer and just...
Right, and bar fighting. I heard about this earlier.
Yes.
Okay, so what would you say your Patronus is?
I'm not as big of a Harry Potter fan as I probably should be, but my Patronus is your spirit animal?
Sort of, yes.
Sort of?
I have
Okay.
spirit animal on the list too in case it was different.
Okay, well, my spirit animal would be the crow. So Native American things, the crow is a messenger. So I like to see myself as taking on a role of spreading, cool things and people and introducing folks. So I always like the crow.
Very good.
Not for, Brandon Lee movies.
No,
Although
but
it's
they're
pretty good.
remaking it.
Yeah, and that's...
We'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, name a book you recommend to everybody.
A book that I recommend to everybody, other than my own book, Country and Ruin 1865.
Good plug.
I would say, I pretty much plug my own book or my daughter's book.
See, and the funny thing is that the guy on the TV there is making the same face I just made at the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to stick with your book.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Or your
recommend-
daughter's.
I recommend my book or my daughter's all the time.
Okay, can you name something that makes you go, ew?
Con Dawn Sweat.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Convention funk. I don't know.
No, that's a fair answer. If anybody's been to a con, you know.
No, you know what? Actually, so we have friends who are from France, and they will come and spend the weekend sometimes, and they will bring French cheese, and they open the packet up, and it is the most god awful funk, but then you eat it, and it's amazing cheese, but you have to get past the
God awful funk.
the god awful funk. So
Okay. Beach or mountain?
I don't.
Nice sunny beach or the cool forested
Probably mountain.
Mountain. Okay. You a city mouse or a country mouse?
Country. I
Why?
hate cities.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's
that's
lots
a
of
good
fun.
enough answer.
There's lots of fun stuff to do, but I'd much rather be out in a big giant workshop in the country.
I got you. Okay. Now, just because you sing.
Well, no, I don't. Oh, I have sung, but not well.
Well, I didn't say well. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Usually, if I was to sing at karaoke, which is once in a blue moon, it's because I've had way too much to drink, and then I start singing Pearl Jam stuff. Alive is probably the
Can you
one.
give us a quick
No,
line
I haven't
or
been
two?
drinking. I haven't been drinking.
I have whiskey.
Maybe later on,
There'll be another interview. There'll be another
and I'll sing.
A karaoke interview. Okay, what's your favorite genre of music?
Wow. I have to give two answers because I have whatever inspired me, but I either like hardcore metal. Lamb of God is my favorite in the metal realm, or I like crazy swing music like
Nice.
the Squirrel Nut Zippers is my favorite in that genre. So
I've got a few I could recommend on that.
and I'd like to see a mashup of Lamb of God and Squirrel Nut Zippers.
See, that'd be fast-paced for sure. Okay, we got that. Got that. Name your top 3 favorite songs.
Ooh. Well, if I'm in the metal mood, it's Omerta by Lamb of God.
Mm-hmm.
If I am in the steampunky whatever mood, then I like Ghost of Stephen Foster by Squirrel Nut Zippers, and
it doesn't have to be by them. You can go outside of them if you want to.
and then pretty much anything by Bob Marley, because it's all, even like the gospel stuff, which I don't really care for, it's still awesome. Like, gets you in that vibe of just feeling good. So.
Yeah, relaxing, slumping your shoulders, but not slumping. Okay, can you tell us the most incredible thing you've ever done?
The most incredible thing I've ever done.
And for you personally, it could be something you built, but it doesn't have to be.
Honestly, it's probably gross, and I'll probably get and flack from the wife and the daughter. But watching my daughter come into the world,
That's a fair answer.
and I was like almost elbowing the doctor out of the way because I was, for some reason, I had it in my mind that when she came out, the first person she needed to see was me. And so the doctor's like, "Could you let me do my job here, buddy?" And I'm like, "Come on, she needs to look at me." My wife's like, "Dude, what's going on?"
And that's what you wanted to do since you were a kid anyway. So.
Yeah. You're doing my job, buddy.
Okay, what's your latest project that you've completed?
Completed.
Yeah, I know.
None of the
You like how
projects
I
are
put that
ever
on there?
truly completed because I always like mess with
Adding.
them afterwards. But right now, I guess the TV show HCS Creates that we've completed the pilot episode, and we're really anxious / optimistic about it getting picked up. We've got a lot of the right folks helping out. Michelle, you know who you are, and I'm just really excited that it has so much potential. And so yeah.
Very cool. What's your next project that you're already working on?
The next project that we are already working on is we will be building a Warhammer 40K Space Marine suit for Brand Schaefer over in Wales in the United Kingdom.
It's going to be a hell of a shipping cost.
It is, but we have a corporate sponsor who's going to
Okay.
pay for the shipping. So, and that is ComServe Wireless, our awesome sponsor of our TV show as well.
Yay.
Incredibly generous corporation folks. But and Brand is knee deep in the middle of battling cancer, and it's not just mild or anything. It's full blown, not very good prognosis in the beginning, but he's a hell of a fighter. And so they're expecting, last time I talked to family, a full recovery.
Nice.
And so somebody who fights that hard and is that inspiring to so many people in the Warhammer community, needs to be knighted and get his Space Marine suit. So we will be building that, and we're going to go all out with the electronics and bells and whistles, with sound effects that every time he steps, it triggers a stomping sound effect. We've got people from 11 U.S. states and 9 different countries who are either contributed by buying materials or are making pieces of the suit. One of the other members, Mike Perotti of Hat and Cross Steampunk, he has been making a really wicked wolf pelt to go over the jetpack. I've seen progress pictures. It's phenomenal. So that's our big project. It's inspiring to me, and hopefully other people are moved by it. And
Now, last question. What's your dream project? What's the one most incredible project that you would just love to do?
My dream project probably would be like a big collaboration where my daughter and my fanboy friends, Art and Joey, were to their brains come up with a project, and I could just help out with that and make it happen, just to see them do it, because when it's my idea, I tend to take over.
Right.
And so I lose some of the experience by taking over. And in the show, they tease me about that. But so just to have it their idea and I help and just kind of observe, that would be my dream project.
Okay, that's good. So Dave Lee, HCS
Creates.
Creates.
Or
Thank you.
Hat and Cross Steampunk.
Yeah, I'm looking at that on the wall. So I got HCS
Yeah.
Publishing. So he has a lot of branches of HCS. So check him out. I'll put some links in the description below. Thumbs up for his awesome, the whole package. Other than that, make sure you subscribe and like. I want to thank you for joining me for the interview. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them below. And also subscribe to the channel, so that helps support me so I could bring you more great interviews like this. Also, make sure you join me live every Monday night at 8 p.m. on twitch.tv/talkofthetavern for more shenanigans. Thank you.